Hey, what's going on? This is Madden Money Shot, and first of all, I'd like to thank you for purchasing my ebook and watching my channel. I chose the New England Patriots defensive playbook because to me it's one of the best blitzing playbooks. It has a 4-3 and 3-4, which is unique. No other playbook has that. So to me, this is one of the most diverse and probably the best playbook in the game. I started using this playbook at the end of Madden 18, so I perfected it by the time it got to Madden 19. So if you're watching this on a full video, just continue watching, and if you're watching this on a ebook, click the next link to get started. Next up, out of the nickel 245, we have the Tampa 2. So this defense, this is a pretty noob defense. All I'm going to do is spread. Like if you have a situation like this where there's no running back, I'm going to spread and just, try to get the defensive lineman to peel their ears back. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to also send this guy on the middle third so he covers anything deep and cheesy, any over the middle plays. And then I'm going to bluff blitz this guy so I can basically just drop him straight back. I have my choice too. If there's a running back in, I could always come around into the middle here to try to take up that gap. Just in case it's an inside zone or something like that, but there's no running back. So I'm going to do this. Go ahead and select, guess pass, and just pretty much, you're not going to get a lot of heat. You'll get some coverage sacks because there's not going to be a lot open on this play. As you can see, he kind of threw it behind him there. If he threw it in front of him, it might have been picked off. So let's go ahead and let's do this. So now we have, like I said, we have a running back. So I have a couple different adjustments. I can pinch if I think it's going to be an inside zone or something like that. But realistically, I'm at a disadvantage anyway because they have two tight ends. So even if it were a run, there's not a whole lot that I could do. So here we go. He takes the drag. Not too worried about a couple yards. You're not going to lose games with that. So I just kind of drop back to anything that would have been deeper. So here we go. We're going to keep doing the middle third adjustment. Put high tower here. High tower here can get you in kind of trouble because I would rather switch it to the other guy because once again, if it's going to be a run, it's going to be an inside zone or a draw, and I don't want high tower dropping back and giving up that space. So it was, actually no it was not. It looks like I'm not sure what that was to be real with you, but it was like an option play or something. So here we go once again. Don't want to use this guy because I don't want to drop back and give up that space if it's an inside zone. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop back with high tower. I can go ahead and I can come into this lane too because like I said, there's no real running play where he's going to be cutting back to the right. So it's not something I really have to worry about, but there is, passing options obviously. And then once again, like I said, coverage sacks. There's nothing to throw to. So Blake Bortles takes off and he gets some yards because the Patriots suck apparently. But that is what that is, you know what I'm saying? This is a coverage play. You're going to get coverage sacks all day running something. Like I said, it's kind of a noob defense, but it's fine. I mean, that's all that really matters. So once again, I'm going to come over here because like I said, if it's going to be anything, it's going to be an inside zone. It's going to be an inside zone or he's going to run out and take a route. And he go ahead and he hits me with, man, what is going on with Blake Bortles? He's spinning out of everything. So I guess that's one of the few plays where they'll take off to the other side, but that's with the quarterback, so it doesn't really matter. So here we go once again. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come over here because most likely it's an inside zone if it's a run, and that way I can be in the way of the play. Waiting for the play to run. Oh, we got a screen. And he didn't get much though. Like I said, there's so many zones going on. It's really hard to get too much. Hopefully I can make it up here with another run. But like I said, in this scenario, I'd almost want to come over with this guy, completely change the center point of the line of scrimmage. And then, like I said, that's the way you want to run it. He had to cut back. He had no other choice. So went ahead and fixed that. Next up, out of the nickel 245 double A gap, we have the cover 2. So this setup's really easy. I'm going to go ahead and hit R1, blitz all. That's R1 and down the right stick. Motion this guy over here, and then I'm going to put him on a bluff blitz. You have the choice of spreading the defensive line, which I find sometimes helps. But if you do that in this formation, you have to kind of come in even further and use it from the gap. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to guess pass because that's what I'm hoping it is. And you can see the guy just comes off straight off the line there. Now he got out there. He got the pass. Maybe I should have hit a hard flat or something like that. Type of coverage, probably a good idea when you're blitzing. But the idea is this guy will come off of the edge pretty much every time. You can see there's only 3 guys getting blocked. The 4th guy is so late off the block that it's really only 3 guys getting covered by 5 guys right now. Because like I said, this guy, whatever this guy is, he's so far back as the play starts because he's trying to come inside and he gets hit by my user middle linebacker that he's not even really accounted for, and the guy still comes in free. So once again, slant inside. We're not going to pinch though. We're going to spread, and then we're going to blitz all. So once we do that, bring this guy in here to the gap. and then guess pass. I forgot to bluff blitz and then guess pass. So I'll have all these in the descriptions for the book. All these setups. And that was the play action. Like I said, that running back, I messed it up again. Did I mess it up again where I didn't have the guy to the right side? So you just want to make sure you run this opposite the running back. So the running back's on the right side. You want to do the blitz from the left side. So here we go. Blitz all, spread, and then mess up. Then slant inside. And this is your user right here. So I'm going to bring him over, put him on a bluff blitz. Guessing pass is a pretty good idea. So here we go. Got the guy coming off. He just chucks it to the ground because the dude was right in his ear. He didn't finish the play, but we'll just do a replay real quick. As you can see, this guy, he comes right in. He actually got caught up by the receiver. The receiver inadvertently chipped him because of the route that he was running on. He would have screamed right in. Basically, I mean, it's not even really a route. I guess he's just trying to get into a blocking setup, but the way that he just kind of swings out kind of really messed the timing of that up. But you can see how he still got in anyway. So here we go once again. Spread, slant inside, R1 down on the right stick. Bring this guy over. User drop him back. I didn't guess pass though, but it didn't really matter. So here we go. We got a pick. Oh man, the guy still came in. He got cut by the back. But you can see how, you know, there's somebody flying in pretty much every time. So here we go. Slant inside. Do the whole setup. Real quick. I mean, if you get it down, it's real quick. Oh, I got caught up on the dude, and I didn't mean to, and he only got a couple of yards anyway. But I know that guy was coming in. I glanced down to make sure that the guy was coming in one more time, because that's pretty much what I'm watching every time. That's what makes this play successful. He jumped up, tried to put his hands on the ball, but there's nobody blocking him. Like 9 times out of 10, this guy's just going to come in free like that. So all I'm going to do here is take whoever's using the middle linebacker, I'm sorry, whoever's using the running back or the tight end, and I'm going to bring him down here right into this gap. And that's going to basically create a scenario where both the guys get off on the outside, where they're going to both crash in. You can spread them if you want to. Sometimes that'll help. Slanting them inside can also help. Even pinching them sometimes helps. So I can't say that I know for certain the best way to run this, but all I know is the results are outstanding. So, like I said, whether you're pinching, slanting inside, slanting outside, I'm not really sure. I just know that if you bring this guy down into the middle gap, you can get some serious pressure. The other thing, too, is you can also move him down to this gap. Then you just have to change to slant right. If you change the slant right, you'll still get some pretty good pressure. The only thing is you just have to be ready to drop back and take out the running back. If the running back is in for a pass for whatever reason, then you can drop back to the middle. But like I said, doing it like this, where you bring your user middle linebacker or your user coverage guy down to the line, you can see how it just creates, you know, you basically get guys coming off both ends, and it's just really simple. Really simple setup. Like I said, it works pretty effectively. Even if you don't change anything, it works pretty effectively. But like I said, here, I want to be closer to my user target, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slant to the left so that I have, you know, I can be closer and still drop back into the zone that I need to be. And there, I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was a planned run or what. So here we go once again. We're going to pinch. I'm sorry, not pinch. We're going to spread, slant inside, motion my guy down to the middle gap, as long as they don't jump off sides. And we're going to guess pass. So one more time, just to see how this works out. And we just got multiple guys coming down to kill him. Next up, out of the big nickel over G, we have the cover one hole. This is a really unique formation. If you hit R1, you have the ability to put safeties at the linebacker position. So if somebody's running a lot of pass plays, it's not a bad idea to use something like that to your advantage and put in some safeties and you know, instead of linebackers. So, but I can run this defense pretty much the entire game from 2 tight ends to cover 4. I find it's a pretty good, pretty flexible formation. It's a really glitchy one too. So we're gonna pick the cover one hole, go a random gun. All I'm gonna do is I'm going to pinch the line, spread the linebackers the same way. It's not going to be as effective, the spread the same way that it is in other formations. I actually messed that up though. I want to flip this play because I want to make sure that this linebacker is lined up straight over whoever he's man covering. I don't want him crossed like he was, because if that routes to the outside, he's going to be chasing and he's not going to catch up. So either motion him over which can be helpful, like if you're going to motion him over. But like I said, I want him lined up in straight in front of him. That's the best way to stop his routes. If he runs a route through the line and to the right, I could still be behind. So the best way to do this, especially in passing situations, is have him lined up in front of him. So you can do that either by flipping the play like I did, or by just motioning him over pre-snap. And that's a pretty good option. But like I said, I want to go ahead, I want to pinch the line, spread the line if I can, or spread the linebackers rather if I can. If I'm pinching the line, I might as well slant inside too, because that's probably the best way to stop run plays. And then, you know, I like him out a little bit. I'll give him a little bit of outside leverage just in case it's an outside play. Match your cornerbacks by speed in the audibles or the defensive adjustments before the play, and never press. I don't think pressing is a good idea in this setup. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to run it just like this. Like I said, it's a base defense. There's no real... you know, he's taking off too because I mean I could take care of that just by simply putting Blake Bortles here in a QB contain, which I probably should have did. Blake Bortles is doing a little bit better than he does in real life, so let's go ahead and let's do the QB contain that time. Not that that's 100% necessary. I forgot too, I also like to put this guy into a curl flat, so I didn't even remember that adjustment. That takes away the need for a QB contain. Because if he's floating out into the flat where Blake Bortles is, all I gotta do is hit R3 to take care of that. So right here we go once again. The guy's in the flat, so obviously he's gonna shut that down as well. So doing the full adjustments would help. So here we go once again. Gotta flip the play. Gotta do my adjustments over. Always check that first. Always check to see where your man coverage linebacker is on the running back before you make your adjustments, or you're gonna have to do it over again. It's that simple. So here we go, run play, not a lot of gaps. I'd like to get one pass play. So first thing I check is where's the running back? Where's my man coverage on the running back? Flip the play. Now we have a guy who's right on it, as well as right on my defensive tackle, to the point where I can't even make an adjustment. So here we got 3 wide receivers to the right side, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my man on a hard flat to that side. I can put him on a cloud flat too. I can go over the top if I want to, but I'm going to leave it just like that. And then, like I said, pinching my line to protect my middle linebacker. If anything, I can always pursue outside if needed. And that was actually a pretty good play. The in routes there can give man some coverage, man some trouble, I should say. So here we go. Like I said, if I want to, I can just motion him over, switch over to my running back, and that's pretty much the look. So here we go. We're going to do the inside zone coverage by myself. And he's definitely got something. We almost got a pick 6 there if I'd have used that a little bit better. Not sure if there was pressure there or not, but there's definitely something. So here we go. I got my choice. I can either do Hightower, or I can go over and I could do Claiborne there. Whoever I want it to be in that flat is really up to me. But it's really, you know, it's based on where you are on the field and how many receivers are on which side of the field. Oh, there we go. There we go, 54. So here we go. There's definitely not going to be any definitely not going to be any runs here. So we'll continue with our flat coverage. I'll go ahead and I'll come down into the center here. Try to pull a little bit of blocking. Hopefully my guys will get some better one-on-ones. And we almost got a pick. That would have been nice. Next up, out of the big nickel over G, we have the, where's it at here? The Weakside Blitz 3. So this setup's real simple. All I'm going to do is hit L1 down on the left stick, L1 down on the right stick to pinch and bring my line, or slant them inside rather. And then I'm also, if I would like to bring him down a little bit closer, but it's not 100% necessary. Then I'm going to bring this guy down in this gap and guess pass. If it's a run play, the guy blitzing should be able to take care of that. If it's a pass play, he should come in free. But if it's a shot play like this, where they're sending, where they're basically just sending, you know, 2 guys deep, you're obviously not going to get that pressure. But you won't get beat over the top either. So let's go ahead, let's pinch and let's slant inside one more time. I'm going to try to get some pressure here. We got some 2 tight end sets coming, so who knows how many of them are going to be blocking. But if it's you know, your typical pass play, it should be fine. And we almost got a pick again. I'm going to guess that was coverage based, or rather a result of some heat, but I really don't know. So let's watch this guy coming off the side here. He does. It was just, he just flipped right past this guy. I don't know if it was just a straight flat route or if it was a check and release, but he got through it quick either way. I don't know if there was any extra blocking. It seems like everybody went out for a route, so that's where you're going to see the most success. So doing it a couple more times here just to show consistency of this blitz. This is one of the more consistent you're going to find. You have to do the yellow linebacker though. That's important. You don't want to do the purple linebacker in this gap. Don't ask me why. I just know that it doesn't work the same way if you use the purple linebacker. So there we go. We got coverage, or we got heat from both sides. So let's watch the replay. I know it was a play action, but like I said, as long as you run it from the opposite side of the running back, which I didn't do anyway, I guess the play action kind of bailed me there. You're supposed to run it from the opposite side, but I just messed that up. And then he took away this linebacker that's coming in. You're not typically going to see both come in, but that was a nice adjustment. You're typically just going to see the cornerback came in, who ran into him first anyway. You know what I mean? You're typically going to see the pressure come from that. So set it up one more time. Show you guys the consistency that this has. Like I said, don't use the purple guy. You gotta use the yellow guy. Don't know why it's like that, but it doesn't work out that way. So pinch and slant inside. Guess pass. Hopefully this is a pass play because I don't feel like doing this one more time if it's a run play. And oh my goodness, there's just, I don't know what happened there, but they lost 2 yards. Probably would have lost more if the quarterback would have got sacked. Going to go ahead and watch the replay once again. That's 3 plays in a row. You're going to see this is a very consistent blitz as he's just screaming. He's just sprinting to the quarterback. That's all it is. Just a straight up sprint to the QB. All right, so next up out of the big nickel over G, we have the weak safety, or next up out of the big nickel over G, we have the weak side blitz 2. So all I'm going to do is pretty much the same setup as the original play. I'm going to pinch and slant inside my line. Make sure that this guy is out adequately enough and close enough to the line of scrimmage, although that's probably the least important step. He's pretty much fine where he is. Then I'm going to bring this guy down here and, you know, guess pass. That's pretty much it. You're going to get this guy in. You're going to get that blitzing cornerback in pretty much by himself every time. Unless it's a run play like it was there. It's not the best run defense. All these plays are pretty much pass defense plays. So pinch. What am I saying here? Pinch and slant inside. Bring this guy down here into the gap. Wait for the play to start. And here he comes screaming off the edge again. Now that was my guy, but like I said, I tend to stare at the backfield just because the way that I'm doing this, I'm just trying to make sure that the cornerback's getting in. And honestly, it makes me kind of lazy on defense. So here we go. Got the guy screaming in. The computer quarterback is going to get rid of it probably faster than the user quarterback, but you can see how he's just screaming in pretty much free every time. Just like the WS3 blitz and the man blitz that I'm going to show. They're all the same play. They're all the same setup. They just have different cover 2, cover 3, and cover 1 man looks. Next up out of the nickel 3-3-5 wide, we have the cover 3 buzz. This is basically just a base defense. All I'm really going to do is zone all. I have my choice of leaving one of the linebackers in for blitz. If I want, I can just hit R1 and then just go ahead and send him back on the blitz. But there's no real nano or anything like that. This is just a straight up blitz. It's a really easy one. I'm not straight up blitz. I mean, just a real easy base defense, and that's, you know, it's just a regular cover 3. Here we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get the running back out, and I shut that down by getting in his way. So, like I said, the best way to do it is just zone all. You have a lot of coverage. That's the idea. For this is like I don't want to call it like a prevent, but it's definitely something good to pull out on 3rd and down. It's a really good run defense too, for the most part. It's gonna stop a lot of things, and there we get the coverage sack. Like I said, not a lot to throw to. So just pinch the line and the linebackers, I'd say, be the best way to go. You don't have to stand up the coverage linebacker either. You can leave him in the blitz that he's in. But I would just pinch them both just so you can stop runs by themselves. Having them too far spread is going to create some serious lanes. And we have the running back. I mean, I'll give up the check down. I mean, that's controllable. I could always hard flat take that away. Next up out of the 3-3-5 wad, we have the LB cross 3 show 2. This right here, all I'm going to do is zone all. It's going to hit the zone all option, and you're going to see how the center of the field is just flooded with yellow zones. Now, this is really only used for somebody that's using a lot of crossing routes and stuff like that. You throw this in, and it'll totally confuse them. I also like to stack these guys like a regular 3-3-5, so that if it's a run play, there's guys there to back up. So that would be probably, to me, the best way to run this. But like I said, it's a specialty play. It's for somebody that likes to throw a lot of quick slants and stuff like that. They're going to have a hard time throwing through all of these routes. As you can see right here, he's all over that. And I hit the triangle button, but I guess I hit it late, or he might have picked it off. You have your choice for a seam flat, or you go over the top for a curl flat. But this is a coverage play. This is all this is. No blitzing, no nothing like that. It's not going to shut down the run. It's just a specialty play for people that are going to, you know, throw one type of ball at you all game. And we got these guy over here. Like I said, we have to be aware of him. And he takes a check down, and that was, you know, I'll take that. I'll take that all game. You can take check downs all you want, bro. Next up, out of the nickel 335 odd, we have the cover 3 sky show 4. So all we're going to do here is slant inside by hitting L1 and down the right stick, and then I'm just going to hover this gap right here. You can guess pass as well, but this play is designed to get that cornerback in free, which he's basically going to do here. I guess they ran some sort of toss or something there. That was an interesting look. So like I said, slant inside, guess pass. Hopefully we get some passing plays instead of whatever that was. Did a pretty good job on the run play there. I thought that I put this on a shotgun once again, but you can also pinch slant inside and then use this gap, and this will be somewhat the same results. There's that guy outside. He held down pretty good there. He almost got passed on. This is not a run defense by any means. This is a pass defense. So you know, just have that in mind when you choose it. It's gonna get run on pretty easily. So don't be thinking that way. 3rd and long, 2nd and long, something like that. Obvious passing situations, as you can see right there. I mean, that'll help sometimes against the run. Woo, there we go. There it is. So here we go. All we're gonna do, slant inside. That's an option to run it just like this. And then I can go ahead and I can just use this gap to the far right side away from the blitzing corner. Who's actually out there pretty far. I would like to move him in, but you know, we don't have time for these things. So here we go, throwing it right into coverage. The guy was coming. He's kind of far away. I would have liked to have moved him in there. That's the thing. Like, I had him all the way out there. It would have been nice if I'd have moved him in a little bit pre-snap, maybe into this gap like I typically do, but my mistake. We're going to go ahead, we're going to slant inside, take this guy, move him down to the outside gap, and this is the play. So hopefully we're going to get some heat here on Tebow. And he came in straight off the side there again. I should have probably hard flatted. Whenever you do that type of coverage, you want to hard flat, but he definitely came in. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the replay. As you can see here, I mean, he's untouched. Straight to the quarterback. So all we're going to do, slant inside. Take this guy right here, bring him down this gap. That's it. Guess pass. That's all we got to do there. Wait for that play to come. He's coming off the edge again. Gets rid of it. Like I said, he's completing it, but I could be hard flatting. I keep forgetting to do that. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.